Hi, Paul Bryan back with Dan Briggs here at Elmhurst Toyota, and we are about to talk about something that a lot of people have questions about when their car goes dead. And there is an actual proper procedure to jump starting the car. So let's go into that.
Absolutely. First thing that we want to talk about as far as when a battery dies, generally it could be something as far as a poor quality battery or possibly a battery that has long exceeded its life. Those items could cause a battery to be bad. However, leaving a dome light on overnight also happens. Wouldn't condemn the battery on that, but in an emergency type basis, you should be able to jump start your car.
You can get it back and it can come back. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
the first thing we want to do is make sure the key is in the off position.
Okay.
We're going to take the battery positive terminal cable cover off. If you notice, it's got a plus here for positive. The battery is also marked positive for the positive battery terminal, negative for the negative battery terminal.
Okay.
You want to make sure that you're using either the proper jumper cables or a jumper box to jump start the car.
And which car do you hook up first? Which end do you hook up first? Because there's constant talk about this.
You want to hook up the dead car first.
Exactly.
You want to make sure the positive to positive and negative to negative. The battery
order.
terminals are also correct.
Okay.
Are also marked positive.
Okay. Generally red.
Red.
Okay. So I'm
We'll
going to
hook
go
up
and hook
positive.
up there.
Then the negative terminal
Okay.
to the negative terminal of the battery.
Now, some people I've seen, and I personally, I will hook up the negative to someplace away from the battery as
You
well.
can. You can hook it up to a good ground. You can use here for your ground. Or if there's a bracket on the engine, that also would be a good ground. If you're not sure exactly what you're hooking to, the best bet is to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it to the battery itself.
Okay. So we're hooked up.
Once
there.
it's hooked up, then you should be able to start the vehicle, put the keys in the ignition, turn the vehicle on.
Now, when you put it on, let it sit for a couple of minutes.
If you're using a jumper pack, no need to do that. You should just fire right up.
Okay.
If you're jump starting the car from another vehicle, you probably want to give it a couple minutes just to have it charged, get that static charge up a little bit on the battery.
If you are charging from another vehicle, should you, for lack of a better term, the donor car, sit there and give it a little more RPM? It's going to make more juice. It's going to be fed to the recipient car.
That would be true. You want to try and up the engine RPM, depending on how many people you have to help you do that. If you don't have the extra body to help increase the engine RPM, just give it just a minute or two.
Okay.
Have that static charge in the battery come up a little bit, and then you should be able to fire the engine right
Okay,
off.
let's recap then. Positive first, then negative on the car that needs to be jumped. Then, if you're working off of this, you're good to go. If you're working off a donor car, you hook up, same order on that car.
Correct. Positive to positive, negative to negative.
And Bob's your uncle, as they say. Okay, thank you.